Welcome to Amateur Redneck Workshop. I'm Harold, and as you can tell, this is an extra video because it's not about belt grinders or anything like that. But every now and then I get a chance to go and visit one of my viewers, and that's always a lot of fun and very interesting. And yesterday I did just that very thing. Alright, now before we get deep into the visit, I'd like to point out there's Mr. James Steadman's sticker that arrived, I guess, last week. I haven't put it on the board yet because I haven't climbed up there, but I'll do that sometime today after I finish this part of the video. He had wondered if it had arrived, and yes, it did arrive. And what I've been doing with this can here is seeing what temperature I can spray the stuff. It says between 50 and 90 degrees Fahrenheit, or between 10 and 32 degrees C. So it's a little bit cool for that, I think. Let me look at my thermometer here. Well, my thermometer is 59 in here, so I can paint. That's good news. Alright, anyway, let's get on with the visit. Yesterday, due to a invitation from Mr. Karl Schuler, I went over to his place and toured his shop and saw some of the neat things he's built. He's definitely a man with a great deal of talent, and you know, I enjoyed the visit. The wife and I both went there and visited with him and his better half, and they were delightful people, and we enjoyed the visit. And I probably stayed too long just out of the fact that I was having fun talking to him, but that's neither here nor there, I guess. Anyway, he's built some neat stuff, some steam engines and a calliope and some other things, and the major part of this video is going to be showing the stuff that he built, and then it'll just be over. All right, so I guess but obviously after I met the guy, I could tell that he was a really sharp guy, as you would expect all of my viewers are, of course. And very impressed at all the kind of work that he had done around the shop and the projects he has ongoing and things. So I'll just, at this point, go ahead and start running a little bit of video that I made there. I forgot my camera, so I had to use my iPhone. But it's not keyhole stuff, it's actually widescreen. At least I did that good. So let's get on with it. Oh, and after I visited with Mr. Schuler, I went over to an auction place where I'd bid on this guy, and I picked it up, and it turned out to be about twice as wide as I had thought it was from looking at the picture. I guess they were backed off a little bit when they took their picture. And nicely they assisted loading it in the truck, which is most auction places don't do, but they did it, and I've got it in there, and all I've got to do now is figure out where I'm going to put it. The new cabinet is going to take the place of two like this. I guarantee you don't pick that one up with one hand. There's a lot of metal in that one, so that's good. Alright, the big one's in the hole where the two small ones were, and one of the small ones is up there on top of that file cabinet, but I can tell by the way it blocks the air conditioner it's not going to be there come summertime. I'll have to figure out what to do with it between now and then. I'm sure I will, but it'll make my brain hurt if I think about it today. Back up so I get more of it in there.
Linda says one of my things is out of tune.
board to put all these valves on. And then I got a window motor from a car in there, so I can put a belt on.
Yeah.
And have the thing run automatically without having to crank it.
I got you.
It was a lot of fun. Building the bellows, probably the most frustrating part. I originally bought some leather from a local leather shop, and that was too thick. And finally, on the website for this carousel organ bunch, a guy told me where to get the right kind of leather.
I got you.
Yeah.
That's really neat. Let me take a little bit of video of your steam engine.
Oh yeah, I can. I'll tell you what. Let me get the air compressor hooked up.
Well, all right. I'll just pause the video for a second. There we go. Running it on the air here.
It doesn't run super smooth like it used to. And I read some people say that it doesn't have enough mass in the flywheel.
I think that's really super. You don't find anything that neat every day, you know.
Yeah. It's a lot of fun. It's a beam engine.
Yeah.
And I had it up in Oregon for years. I was working on it mainly up there, although I made some of the parts down here. But the problem is, I had some troubles up there with the club that, I don't know, and since we're only going to be up there 4 months of the year, I said I'll bring it down here because I'm a member of the local club, the Houston Area Live Steamers.
Yeah.
So I brought it down in October. And it's basically a logistics nightmare. You have to keep moving these things. So I had to build some stands to put it on.
Yeah.
And then there's a riding car that goes behind it that has the gas tank and the water tank.
This table here?
The riding car goes on there.
I got you.
And just this week, I put tracks inside my van so I could put all this stuff in the van. I didn't know for sure it would fit. It fit. And then like a dummy, I went to pull this back out after I got it in, and I dropped it.
Oh.
It hit right here, broke all these pieces, bent a whole bunch of stuff up, and I had to rebraze all that together, and then I've been working on trying to straighten that connecting rod. It's kind of straight, but it's not really straight. And here the thing's got a knock, and I'm pretty sure it's that bent. The connecting rod is still bent. This will run on steam, but I haven't done it yet. Hello.
That's really neat.
Hello. When I left Corpus Christi to move up here, some guy wanted to buy the mill that I had. The mill I had in Corpus Christi is the same mill that Double Boost uses.
Oh.
Virtually identical.
Huh.
Except he's got a riser block. I didn't have a riser block. But this one here I bought, and it's a hybrid. It's a CNC.
Yeah.
And also you can use it as a manual.
Huh.
And so it most of the time, I guess I'm so used to doing things with a manual mill that I just use it as a manual. But anytime I'll have, like, some of the parts for that steam engine, the tube plates have 192 holes in them.
Yeah.
And a very fancy pattern.
CNC would have sure been a lot easier for that.
Well, I did, and that's in fact, here's the tube plate on that machine getting drilled.
Yeah.
And then also on that boiler, I had to cut a square hole in the side of a half-inch thick pipe, so I did that on the CNC.
Now that's a nice press.
It's nice, and then it is not nice. when you really hang down on it, for some reason this thing tries to jump out. So I've played around filing and grinding on it to make sure it can't pop out.
Yeah,
But it's been nice for broaching.
I guess so. I've done a little bit of broaching. I use my hydraulic press, and I think sometimes maybe it's just too. Well, that's all, folks. Y'all try to subscribe if you're not already a subscriber. Leave a comment if you got something to say. And above all, remember, keep on keeping on. Bye now.